दुखिया है अब न करना निशिदिन नमो गणपति शरण निशिदिन नमो गणपति चरण निशिदिन नमो गणपति गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण निशिदिन नमो गणपति चरण संताप सब मन के हरे मंगल सदा गणपति करे संताप सब मन के हरे मंगल सदा गणपति करे मन करे रहा रात स्मरण मन करे रहा प्रात स्मरण निशिदिन नमो गणपति चरण निशिदिन नमो गणपति चरण बल बुद्धि के तुम देवता पर भक्ति हृदय सेवता बल बुद्धि के तुम देवता पर भक्ति हृदय सेवता शंकर सुमंतारण तरन शंकर सुमंतारण तरन निशिदिन नमो गणपति निशिदिन नमो गणपति तुम्हारी कृपा में अंत है दीनों पे तू दयावंत है तुम्हारी कृपा में अंत है पे तू दयावंत है हम आ गए तेरे शरण हम आ गए तेरे शरण निशिदिन नमो गणपति चरण निशिदिन नमो गणपति चरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण निशिदिन नमो गणपति चरण charan.
राधे 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 गोविंदा 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 राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा रावण चंदा रावण चंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा 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 राधे 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 गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा रावण चंदा रावण चंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा नंद कुमारा नवनीत चोरा राधे गोविंदा कुमारा नवनीत चोरा राधे गोविंदा नंद कुमारा नवनीत चोरा राधे गोविंदा नंद कुमारा नवनीत चोरा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा रावण चंदा रावण चंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा यशोदा बाला यदुकुल तिलका राधे गोविंदा यशोदा बाला यदुकुल तिलका राधे गोविंदा यशोदा बाला यदुकुल तिलका राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा रावण चंदा रावण चंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा राधे 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 गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा रावण चंदा रावण चंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा नंद कुमारा नवनीत चोरा 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 राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा रावण चंदा रावण चंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा अनाथ नाथ दीना बंधो राधे गोविंदा
बोलिए प्रेम से श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। श्रोता लोग, आप लोग खड़ा हो जाइए आरती के लिए। प्लीज स्टैंड फॉर आरती। जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण
हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे।
जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का जो किनारा हो।
जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो।
और कोई न केवन हारा हो, ये तो ही बेड़ा पार करो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जो चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे।
जो चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे।
पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ध्यान करे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तेरा दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम के माला जपत रहा।
तेरा दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम की माला जपत रहा।
भव सागर से मोरी नैया,
भव सागर से मोरी नैया।
क्षण में जाए किनारा हो, क्षण में जाए किनारा हो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे,
Krishna Hare.
बोलिए प्रेम से श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। श्रोता लोग आप अपना आसन लीजिए। प्लीज हैव योर सीट डिवोटीज। बोलिए प्रेम से श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। Devotees, tonight is our closing night for the 3 nights of Garud Puran section that we have to have, and today is the closing part. So we bring our thoughts together and we think of Bhagavan. And I see that I have been given a few questions to answer. So I'll have to work on that first. And then we'll see how much time that is left in what we have for further explaining. So let us bring our thoughts together as we think of Bhagavan seeking blessing. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Shri Maha Saraswatyai Namah. Om Shri Guru Charana Kamale Bhyo Namaha. Om Param Dhama Parabrahma Parisham Paramadbhutam Vigna Nigna Karam Shantam Pushtam Kantam Anantakam. Narayan Jai Narayan Jai Narayan Sri Narayan. Narayan Jai Narayan Narayan Sri Narayan. O Narayan Jai Narayan Jai Narayan Sri. Sura Surendra Siddhendra Sutam Samit Param Padma Dinesham Cha Ganeshaya Mangalam. Narayan Jai Narayan Jai Narayan Sri Narayan. Narayan Jai Narayan Narayan Sri Narayan. Narayan Jai Narayan Jai Narayan Sri Narayan. Narayan Jai Narayan Narayan Sri Narayan. एक घड़ी आधो घड़ी पुनियाधो में आध. पुनियाधो में आध. तुलसी संगत साधु के कटे कोटि अपराध. कटे कोटि अपराध. कटे कोटि अपराध. नारायण जय नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण. नारायण साधिके सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरणे त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण। मिट्टी का इस तन पर कैसा जीव करे अभिमान रे मिट्टी का इस तन पर कैसा जीव करे अभिमान रे ये है दो दिन का खेल तमाशा नचा रहे भगवान रे नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण। प्रेम पूर्वक कथा सुनो चिंता छोड़ो तन मन धन की प्रेम पूर्वक कथा सुनो चिंता छोड़ो तन मन धन की कलियुग में है मोक्षदायिनी ओ कलियुग में है मोक्षदायिनी कथा महापुराण की कथा महापुराण की नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण। नमः माता पिता चरणं नमः विद्याप्रदायकं नमः विद्याप्रदायकं नमः माता पिता चरणं नमः विद्याप्रदायकं नमः विद्याप्रदायकं दीक्षामन्त्रं गुरुर्वन्दे ओ दीक्षामन्त्रं गुरुर्वन्दे वन्दे गुरुपद पुनः पुनः ओ नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण निरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं चैव ततो जयमुदीरये। नारायण जय नारायण जय नारायण श्री नारायण। नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण। नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण। नारायण जय नारायण नारायण श्री नारायण। तो नारायण जय नारायण नारायण जय नारायण नारायण जय नारायण। बड़ो प्रेम से श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, सर्व पितृगण की जय। Now I have been given some questions here for tonight. What is Sapinda ceremony? That is one. And when can it be done according to Garud Puran? Second question is, if there are no surviving male relatives in a family, can a female relative perform the funeral rites of the deceased? Can the wife accompany her husband in the performance of Shraddh ceremony during the period of Pitri Paksh? And can families offer Tilanjali on behalf of the deceased members of the family if there are no surviving male to do so? So these questions are quite simple and quite clear. And I will only go into a few places where these information are, and I will answer that from the book. I will not answer from my own head. Because my information that I will give, that is not important. What does the book say about these questions? That is important. Because when we have questions like these that comes, we have to know, did this occur in time immemorial before, somewhere in the past? If these things did occur, remember history keeps repeating itself. And if it did occur before, it means to say the ancient rishis were not dummies, they were very smart people, and they would have good information about it. The thing about it is, if we never researched it and never searched for the information, and you want to give of your own, well, then you'll garbarify the whole thing. You'll make it garbar. You know what garbar means? Something wrong with it. So you cannot do that, because it's not your opinion alone that is required. It is what does our scripture tell us about it? That is the purpose why the question was placed, so that we could answer it. So it is a number of people, it might be in a majority, might think otherwise. But what does the scripture say? That is what counts. Because when there's a confusion or a situation where something is not clear, we have to go to the scriptures to find the answer. And this is very important for us to get at. So the first question was about Sapinda ceremony. So in chapter 12 of Pretkand, Garud Puran, I will tell you what should be done prior to Sapinda ceremony. Prior, the word prior means before. So before the Sapinda ceremony, what should be done? So that at the place of death. So when you are doing the funeral ceremonies, you have one pinda is given at the place of death. Now sometimes you will not find the place of death, because the person might have died in an accident on the road. Or maybe in your next country he might have expired, and you have brought the body to the country in which you live because it's easier for you to find everything to do the ceremonies there. And you know your home better than the next person's home. That is the next thing. So it's easier to do that. So the place where the person would have expected to breathe last, that is the place where you are performing the ceremonies from, and that is the point of the place which is known to be like the place of death. Then the next will be at the threshold, the doorway. And so you have different places where you make the stops while going to the funeral pyre in the hands of the corpse. And so you have these set of pindas that are given. Then when you are going to move the bones, you will have another set of pindas that are going to be used, because a triangle bedi is supposed to be made, and the jar of bones is to be put in the center of that triangle. On each angle of the triangle, you'll do one for Brahma, one for Vishnu, one for Rudra. And on the bones itself is for the departed. So you're going to give the pindas on these 4 places. You're also going to give some food. And when I say food, it would be like sweet food. So some kheer. Some people give urdi dal or urdi bhat, and they make that offering. And together with that, they give milk. So they give tildi and tulsi. These are the cooked food that they offer with the pinda. But before you move the ashes from there, you're supposed to go and salute that place, because when you are doing the cremation, now Agni has different names. And you have the Agni that you're doing puja with, that is another name. The Agni that you will burn flesh with, that is another name. So, Kravyadam Agnim Prahinomi Duram Yam Rajyam Agachate Riprabaha. You are inviting Agni to come. That consumes the flesh, because you are giving the body as the food. And that Agni will consume that. But you cannot give food without something to drink. So, you will do pradakshina, go around the pyre, the next day when you come to move the ashes, and you will tell to Agni Devata, I had given to you the body as the food. Here is some milk and some tilli, and I am offering this to you. Be pleased. Let my departed go to the heavens and bless me, bless the family, so that we will be able to have progress and prosperity and continue with unity and peace and so on to do our duties. So this is how we are going to do. Then, according to the book now, it says make 15 cents backward. Well, I'll tell you, Bhaiya, don't try that by the creek, because we might have to fix you up after. So you better walk down the hill and go down the steps, and then you have a place where it has some concrete. You can take the gobar and leap it a triangle, put the jar of bones in the center, and put the leaves, the koa leaf and the kush grass on it. And you have, make sure, remember last night I mentioned about the kush grass, and then you put the offerings. So on the koa leaf, you'll put the 3 kush grass, then you will make the offerings of the pinda, and on another one, you'll put the 3 kush grass, and you're going to put the offerings of the food, which is the Dudh Mohini, some people call it, different name, different cult has for the same offering, but you put something as food with the pinda. And then, after doing so, you will do Shraddha ceremony by doing puja for the pinda. You'll give flowers, you'll give hardi, you're going to give chandan, you're going to give dhoop, which is the incense, you're going to give deep, which is the arti, then you'll offer some water on the food and offer the food with the pinda. Then as you have finished that, then you are going to do Tarpana. You're going to offer also pan bira So pari, you may give a coin as a dakshina, you give a piece of cotton, you give a janev also on it, and like that you perform the puja. Perfume also is given, and then you do pradakshina, you walk around that again, then you take up everything and you touch it to your head, by the sides, your heart, and then you have it in bundle, tied together. And if you can get a boat ride and you go far into the ocean, that is all right, you can do that. If not, you may send it as far as possible in the ocean. For how long those bones stay in the water, so many thousands of years your departed are going to be in the heavens. For how long the bones stay in the water, for so many thousands of years your departed are going to stay in the heavens amongst the devatas. There are many katha on that. I cannot go to that now to tell you, but in short, a vulture was passing with the bones of a dead body, and it became too heavy when it reached over the Ganges, and it fell in the Ganges. And the person's soul mounted a celestial chariot and went to the heavens because the bones entered into the waters of the Ganga. So it is said that all the waters meet, and in Trinidad, I think we are blessed because most of the Swamis that come, they tell us that we have a tributary of the Ganga in Trinidad by the Aripo River. So it is considered to be very special. I don't know the sanctity and the purity of how they keep it, but that is another thing. When you have a special place like this, it is supposed to be properly kept. So now, that is one set of the ceremony. Then you have, after that, there is an 11th-day ceremony, which most of the time it is done on 13 and 12 days. There is an 11th-day ceremony. According to Garu Puran, it is done most of the time on 12 and 13 days. I don't know why, because I don't do it like that. I could do it on the 11th day if it is okay, or otherwise I do all on the 12th day, providing it is not Ekadasi. Because on the day of Ekadasi, according to what I have been reading so far, maybe it might have somebody saying you could do it on Ekadasi day. But I have also read in Brahma Puran that the person who does the Shraddha on Ekadasi and the priest who encourages him to do that, together with the departed, all three go to hell. Because grains are not supposed to be offered on Ekadasi. And you're not supposed to do it. And that is what I read in the book, and I stand for that. So I will not do it on Ekadasi. If you want to get somebody else to Sitaram Bhaiya, go ahead. I am okay. I am not going to, after I do all that I have done, and reach into this body, and reach into that position that I am in, to defile it, Sitaram Bhaiya. That is not my part. So, Ekadasi day will be omitted. According to the book, it says, do it on the next day. So if the 11th day falls on that day, go to the 12th day. If the 12th day falls on Ekadasi, do it on the next day. It's all right, go a day extra, it's okay. Because the book has instructed that, but not on Ekadasi. Then, you have the next set of ceremonies that are to be done. Half month, and most people tell you, you have to monthly Shraddha. You don't have only monthly Shraddha, you have to. The first one is the half month. The second one is 1 month. The third one is month and a half. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5, 5.5, 6 months. Then you have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11.5, then 12. Now, there is a mathematical calculation. We have the celestial region, and that takes the time when we will take 1 year to make the complete circle and reach back to this point. This one takes the celestial year, and it comes and it touches to earth. And that is only lunchtime for 1 hour for the departed. And for we, is 15 days. So 1 day is equal to 4 minutes for those people. And the 15 days is 1 hour. That is equal to the whole puck of 15 days. So when we think half hour, we could take of our time, and you do what you have to do. Run it down. Don't even do the mantra properly too. You love your ancestors so much, you cannot spare them the time to do for 4 minutes properly. 4 minutes, which is 1 day. And even in that, when we have to do, you run down the mantra and your scissors cut because you're more hungry than them. That is what we do. Nitya Karam Padhyati. If you want to do Tarpan properly, this is how we have to do. It says, Surya Uday se Adhe Pahar. 1 pahar is equal to 3 hours. Mathematical calculation. So, you can't know maths only in English, you have to know it in Hindi too. Otherwise, you will not know what is the meaning of these words. So, 1 pahar is equal to 3 hours. Adha pahar, 1 hour and a half. Before the sunrise and 1 hour and a half after the sunrise. So in that amount of time, for 1.5 hours after the sunrise, the offering goes as Amrit. Amrit means nectar. Then it says, Ek Pahar Tak, from that 7 o'clock, 7:30, let's say, if sunrise is 6 o'clock, 1.5 pahar after the sunrise is an hour and a half, right? So 7:30, 6, 7:30, hour and a half. So from that 7:30, 1 pahar is equal to 3 hours, it will be 10:30. Then whatever offering you give at that time, madhu ke saman, it goes like honey. And from that 10:30 going to 1:30, a next pahar, it says that it goes as you give him water and tilli and tulsi, but it going as doodh ke saman, like milk. And after 1:30, it goes as water up to 4 o'clock. And after 4 p.m., it goes for the Rakshasas. So you don't do Tarpan in the evening. You're supposed to do it before 4:30. So anybody fooling you and telling you, man, you could go till 6 o'clock. Careful, lakar pinch. That is not what Nitya Karam Padhyati says. This is Nitya means daily. The daily offerings, this is how it is supposed to be done. So don't let anybody else smart you. That's why you should learn to read too. And when you learn to read, People wouldn't fool you. Some of the books, we are lucky we still get it in English now because of some noble people think about putting the information so their children too and their grandchildren who may have gone away from learning the language that they came with, at least they will know something about the facts. These are older books, changed the cover twice already. So that's why the information are there. And now, when these set of shroud is being done, the first one, which is, and then the time for the shroud is the next thing. Garuda Puran says, when the sun is in the middle of the sky, when Ram was in Pushkar, the sages presented themselves. The sun was in the middle of the sky, then the sages presented themselves. So when they go do the ritual, before they come, they have to be chanting on the way while they come in. There is no Namo to drive, so they have to walk long way. They might be coming on a horse. But whatever it is, that is the time when they presented themselves, then the rituals will be done, then they will do the feeding. We want before lunch. I went to do Shraddh for somebody from India, Bengali person. My Guru Baba said, look, you go and do this. I am in India right now. I cannot do this Shraddh. You go do it for him. He's my friend. Do the best that you can do. So it was 11:30. And I told the guy, I said, you know, it's time for us to start now. He said, but we don't start before 12 o'clock. I said, no. You start at the time when the sun is in the zenith of the sky, in the middle of the sky. That's the time you are supposed to start. Sunset is 5:30. And if sunset is 5:30 and you do not start now, bhaiya, you are going to finish Shraddh after sunset. So we cannot do that. We have to do before. So he started. When it was the time for us to complete, we will complete it. At that time I had Gosai Baba with me. And Gosai Baba, he was helping. But he was so efficient. While I'm saying the mantras, he and the guy's wife was sitting. And he was handing her, and she was putting things together and fixing it. Why? She knew the mantras so well. While I'm saying she's fixing and having it ready, by the time I'm ready for the next one, she just placed it in his hand. And one of the questions was, can the wife sit? Do you know one of the things that the oath that the wife takes, and she tells to the husband, whenever you are going to do anything for the ancestors, I must join you in doing so. So you tell her to come out from the bedi now when it's time to do this. That is the oath. That is the oath you take with her. And tell her to sit with you. On the day when you're going to do the ritual, are you going to tell her to move? No. Some crazy person might want to say so. But that is her rights. She made that vow. In the time of your wedding, she is supposed to sit there with you. So is the question that she should not sit anymore? No. There is no question of she not being able to sit with you when you are performing the ceremonies for your departed. She is supposed to dress as a daughter-in-law, with dress, with her sindoor, her bangles, and have herself prepared properly. Once she is in health conditions to sit, she should participate with you when you are going to do this ceremony. Now, that is that part of it. But remember, we are talking about Sapinda now, right? So the first 16 is done when the 10-day ceremony is completed. The second one, as I mentioned, 11th day. The third 16, you have the half month, 1 month, month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 5.5, 6 months, that's 9. 7 month, 8 month, 9 month, 10, 11, 11.5. And then you have 12. Now, if you are checking how to calculate now, this is the next thing we have to know. If a person dies, and this is where Tithi comes in very, very much, you have to know the astrological calculation. If a person dies on the second Tithi, that is 2 days after new moon or full moon, 2 days after new moon or full moon will be the month. And if he dies 2 days after new moon, 2 days after full moon is the half month. And when the full month will come, 2 days after new moon. You make that calculation and see. You are going to get 11 days difference. So for the departed, it's not 365 days make a year, it's 354. So when the old people say, boy, you're supposed to do this thing in 11.5 months, they were not wrong. They are talking about their calendar year, but actually it is 1 year because it's 354 days. So you see, I proved that they are right, and I am also telling, if you take the annual calendar, it will be wrong, it will have 11 days difference. So it cannot be your calendar year, is the astrological year, is how you calculate it. Take 12 new moon, and you're going to see 11 days difference from 1 year to the next. And here, that makes up the third 16. So now, it tells us, the 316 should be performed so that the departed may join the assembly of the forefathers. And if deprived of the shroud, he remains as a ghost always. And if the performance of the 316 shroud is not carried out either by himself or another, then he certainly doesn't join them. That means to say, you can do your own rites before you quit the body. So that 48 shroud can be done before you quit the body. So then, what will be left to do? Sapinda Karan. Sapinda Karan is when that 48 is completed, then you do what is called Sapinda Karan. Now, each shroud has a different name. Dasgat is the 10-day ceremony, and you have the first 16 referred to as the impure 16, then you have the mid 16, and each one has a different name by which it is being done. One for Brahma, one for Vishnu, one for Rudra, one for Yam, Havyava, Kavyava, Kal Purusha, and like that. You have the different names, the 16 different names for which the pindas are to be offered. So you cannot be repeating the same thing and putting it on the first time for the 10 days and come and repeating again the same thing for the next set, which is the 11-day ceremony, and using the same thing and saying it for the 1 year. You garbarify the whole ceremony. It will be like a house without foundation, because in the 10-day ceremony, the first pinda, Shira Puraka, for the formation of the head, Gala Sabhuja, and like that you have for each portion of the body for which pinda is given, that is supposed to be recited by the Mahabrahman, not the now who doesn't know what he's saying and doesn't even know to read the Hindi too, or even the Sanskrit word, and somebody who take 2-3 drink and then come there. You're playing with life. That's why we have so much trouble in this country. Too much unrested souls. House without foundation will collapse. And who are responsible? you encourage them to take anybody. You know what somebody told me recently? 9 months ago, somebody died in Florida. Called me. Baba, your brother told me to talk to you. I say, okay, talk to me, I'm listening. And we could get somebody in the village to do the ceremonies. My brother, I have nobody here. I said, so who are you? I am his sister. So, are you nobody to your brother? You cannot do? There is nobody else in the family? Well, Ma says she go do it. You see how willing they are, and they love their brothers. You know what Guru Puran says? A person who does the ceremony for the father is 100-fold of merits. For your mother is 1,000-fold. For your sister is 10,000-folds of merits. And for your brother, you cannot finish count. Incalculable. You could finish, enjoy the merits of that bhaiya. When you could ever finish, enjoy the merits of that? But you don't want to do for your brother. You want somebody in the village to take away your birthright and you want to pay him to do it. That is what we are. So are we serious about who we are, what we stand for, and the privilege that we have? Are we cherishing it or are we bashing it out? This is what we have to understand. Have we come to push ourselves away from the family or to unite and be one body? All our scriptures tell us, unite and live. If we cannot unite and live here, bhaiya, when you go by the devatas, they ain't going to want you there too, because you're going to make rukshan there too. So God give us Ma. You say, beta, this is your Ma. This one is Bap, father. So, you say mantra, Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva. Your mother, your father, you are everything to me, you are all to me, O God of all the gods. You think God wasn't smart enough to know, let me see how you will behave with Ma. Let me see how you will behave with father, brother, friend. And if you're deceitful to Ma, take advantage of her. You're deceitful to sister, take advantage of her. You're deceitful to brother, you take advantage of him. You're deceitful to the friend. You think he go put himself in front? He give you all the things to do and all the tests, and you fail all the tests and you want to go by he? How are you going to go by he, bhaiya? I'm not quarreling with you. I'm just telling you, making you aware of what we are doing. Because these questions, when it comes up, it is telling us how much attention that we pay to what is to be done. So now when these 48 Shraddha is being done, then you'll do Sapinda ceremony. And what is Sapinda? One pinda is given for the departed. And if the departed is your father, well, one pinda is given for him. Then the next one is given for your father's father, if he is dead. If he no dead, you can't give him no pinda. You have to pass it and go to the next one. But if he is gone, you give one for the Aja, one for the great Aja, one for the great Aja. When you finish, do the puja for all the pindas and put the food and everything. I usually put 3 coins for the one for the father. I put 3 sopari. I put 3 puri, 3 panbira, everything 3. The rest I put 1. And they want to know why you do that. Well, I'll tell you something. Cut the money and see if you have any value. That's why I put 3 coins. And if you go to cut the supari, you go take a good time to cut it. So it's easier to put 3. And when you are ready to do Sapinda, you have to take these things now and carry one for Aja, one for great Aja, one for great Aja. Then you're going to cut the pinda also into 3 parts. One portion will be mixed with Aja own, the next portion will be mixed with the great Ajawan, and the third portion will be mixed with the great Ajawan. So that pinda which you offered for father will no longer be. Now, some people, when they finish do sapinda, without doing the monthly shraddh, they tell you, okay, you have to put one pinda every month now. They forget the half month, you know. Mind you, there's half months too, they forget that. And you have to put one pinda. You know what is sapinda? You have united the person from being a pret, a traveling person, and united him to become a Pitri. And when he has become a Pitri, you tell him, go back as a pret, put you in standard 7 and kick you down in standard 1 after, and you feel good. This is what you are doing and you don't know. That's why you will not take a person who doesn't know to do something to come and do an operation on your body. You kill you. So we have to understand that Sapinda is uniting the person with the ancestors. And the only time they could be united is after the 48th Shraddha is done. And if the 48th is not done, Sapinda is not supposed to be done. When that is complete, then Sapinda comes. Krishna Bhagavan say, he said that I will tell you, that is chapter 13, verses 28 to 30. The truth-knowing sages have declared, remember the words, the truth-knowing sages have declared that the Sapinda ceremony should be done on the 12th day, the 3rd fortnight, at the 6 months, or at the end of a year. Right? 12th day, 6 weeks, 6 months, or at the end of a year. So, in other words, you can do the first 16, the second 16, complete the third 16 again, finish that, that is 48 now. Now you could do Sapinda ceremony. Not before that, Bhaiya. The book doesn't tell us to do that because it tells you Sapinda is to be done after these 48 is completed, and you didn't do it, and you want to do that. So, here is where errors are made. And who suffer? We the people suffer when our people doesn't read and understand their own book. And this is in English, you know. Let me show you something. You see this one here? It's the same book. I put it in a bigger version, just so that it will be easier to read. This is a free PDF from Google. Set book. Every line, every word is the same. Ernest Wood and S.V. Subramaniam. That's the man who translated all the Indian movies. When you read in the subtitle, that was the school that used to do that. So, why is the 12th day preferable? It is said, the truth-knowing sages have declared that the Sapinda ceremony should be on the 12th day, 3rd fortnight, 6 months, or at the end of the year. But I say, O Garur, following the spiritual ordinance, that is the rule, following the spiritual ordinance, that for all the 4 castes, the Sapinda should be done on the 12th day. The 12th day is preferable because of the endless variety of conditions in the Kali age, because of the shortened life of men and the impermanence of the body. Your body is not stable. Today you could be well here, tomorrow you could be sick. Next thing you could collapse before you finish all the ceremonies for your departed. That is the reason why the book says that. The rishis were not fools. They know what things could happen. And they put it there for us to know, to be aware of these facts. So you see, these are the information that are there in the book. Are we reading it? Are we practicing it? Or are we verifying the whole system? See? So now, this is the time when the Sapinda is being done, when that set of Shraddha is completed. So I have answered question number 1. And I think I answered question 2 also, whether the lady can do or not. But to compact it a little bit more, let's have a bhajan bhaya. And then I'll do this next part.
Sham Radhe Ghana Sham Radhe Sham Radhe Ghana Sham Radhe Sham Radhe Ghana Sham Radhe Radhe Ghana Sham Radhe अमृत में हरि नाम प्यारा अमृत में हरि नाम प्यारा दीनन का है नाम सहारा दीनन का है हरि सहारा निशी दिन सुमिरे राधे राधे श्याम राधे हरि श्याम राधे आराधे घन श्याम राधे राधा भक्ति श्याम विलावे राधा भक्ति श्याम विलावे आराधन राधा मन जावे, उनकी शरण हो ज्ञान लागे, उनकी शरण हो ज्ञान साधे। श्याम राधे हरि श्याम राधे, आराधे घन श्याम राधे, श्याम राधे हरि श्याम राधे, श्याम राधे हरि श्याम राधे, आराधे घन श्याम राधे, आराधे घन श्याम राधे।
बोलिए प्रेम से श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। The book is called Kartik Mahima, the greatness of the month of Kartik. And now, in this book, it is said, Satyabhama was the wife of Sri Krishna. So, Satyabhama, she was very happy in the company of Sri Krishna, and seeing Sri Krishna very happy also. She said, my Lord, I am really blessed. My parents are also blessed because I am lucky to have a beloved like you. And they are fortunate to have a son-in-law like you. And you know, I see so far everything I wanted, you have presented it to me. What more can I ask? But there is something that troubles my mind. I want to know, what did we do in our past life to be able to get somebody like you, one as my beloved, and my parents to have you as the son-in-law? So Sri Krishna held the hands of Satyabhama, came beneath the kalpvriksh tree, smiling, and said to her, Satyabhama, there is nothing that you can want that is difficult for me to get for you. Anything that you want, it will be yours. What is it that haunts your mind so much, that troubles you? Speak it out with me freely. And then she said these sentences. I want to know, what is it that gave me the chance to be able to meet with a beloved like you in my life? And Sri Krishna said that, Satyabhama, you were known as Gunvati in your previous birth. If anybody names her, we're not talking about you, Bhaiya. So Gunvati was the name she had in her previous birth. And she was the only child for her parents, mother and father, the only child. Your father was a Brahmin, and I explained, Brahmin is a great soul that has developed himself with mantras and everything, and who has done siddhis of these mantras, and has a standard of nobility in his life. And this is how he lived. He never depended on to use his students as a means for his work. He went together with the student for bringing the samagri, for getting the medicinal herbs, the special herbs for taking bath. He went together with him in the forest and collected all the things which were required for puja and brought it. On a certain day, both of them had went. But by that time, you were married. And you were married to this student of his. And that student was very loyal and devoted. He was devoted to the Guru. And he was a very nice husband to you also. He treated you with great care and appreciation. So, both of them went to the forest. They had mastered the mantra of Surya Dev. And anybody who does any of the 5 devatas, you have the Pancha Devata. The water, the presiding deity for the water is Ganesh Baba. The presiding deity for the earth is Shiv Baba. The presiding deity for the air is Surya Narayan. The presiding deity for space is Vishnu Bhagavan. And the presiding deity for the fire is Devi Ma. So all the 5 deities, if you worship one, you gain the blessings of all the 5. You do Ganesh Baba, he is the presiding deity for the water, you get the blessings of all the devatas put together. You do for Vishnu Bhagavan, you get for Ganesh, you get for everyone. Same way it was. So they had mastered prayer to Surya Dev Bhagavan, and they did their bhakti. But the time came that they had to expire. That means the time came for them to leave the world. But their death was of such that both of them were destroyed by a Brahma Rakshas. A Brahma Rakshas, he is like a cannibal. He wring the neck and drink the blood. And he feels good when he does that. So, both of them died. And you was the only person there as a wife and a daughter. And when you heard about it, you fainted. You could not take the blow of 2 persons quitting the body one time, and you was like helpless. For a little while after, you brought yourself together and you began to think that the rites are to be performed for my father and the husband. So I must do what is to be done. And you perform the rites for your father as well as for your husband. Listen to it again. Satyabhama, the wife of Sri Krishna, he is being told, in your previous birth, your name was Gunvati, and you performed the rites for your father as well as for your husband. That was before the time of Sri Krishna Bhaiya. That had happened in past history. And we seen it happening now, and a few years before that too, it has been happening. So is it something wrong that the Pundits from the previous time didn't correct it at that time, and now them who ain't know to read good, them telling you you're wrong? Something crazy about people. So we have to understand that if our scriptures tell us that this occurred in the past, why are you vexed about it now? Because you didn't hear it, or somebody didn't tell you about it, or you didn't read it, or you can't read it. You see? So the information are there in the books. We never search it. How you could get it? So it is there, Bhaiya. Kartik Mahima. It is telling about Sri Krishna and Satyabhama. She did this in her previous birth. That was before the marriage of Satyabhama and Sri Krishna. So, this you did, and then what you did after that? You attended to the Pulwari in the temple. So when people attend to the flower garden in the temple, they attend to the special trees that are there, and you decorate and fix nicely the house of God, He fixes a nice place for you too. You see? So coming mandir, bringing flowers, planting flowers, culturing it well, fixing the environment nice, these are seva that you're doing. Not only for yourself, you are preparing your life part as a pleasant journey in the course as you are going. So we have to understand that investing time is not wasting time. Is investing time like this is preparing your journey in the next body, in the next place that you have to go to be a better one. So it's an investment you are making where you are going to get good returns. And that's why it's important to do these things, these seva. Come and put a light in the temple. Come and put a flower. Take a leaf of bael or tulsi and put in the place where it is supposed to be put. And make prayer for yourself and for your family. And when we do that, it is lifting us. It is making us a better individual. It is improving our life. It is causing us to have less problems. Ram naam dukh mein kahe, sukh mein kahe na koi. Jo sukh mein sumiran kare, to dukh kahe ki hoy. If you chant God's name in the time when you are in trouble, in order to get rid of your problems, and you sing God's name, Magan, when you are happy also, trouble will run. Hriday katora mein prema ki ghee bhar, bhakti ki jyoti jala dena. और भक्ति की ज्योति जलाने से भय से अंधियारा भाग जाएगा. So when the jyot of devotion is illumined, it will drive away the darkness from your mind. It will illumine within, and the home of Bhagavan will be brightened. So this is how it is said. Satyabhama now was very happy to hear all this. That next thing she did, Ekadasi Vrat. And she did seva for the saints and sages. She washed their clothes and put it and fixed it nicely for them. She gathered the flowers and the leaves and everything and put it nicely for puja. She participated in puja. And when you attend to the tulsi, you gain the blessings of the kalp vriksha tree and you become closer to Sri Krishna. Ekadasi Mahatam says, by the touch of the tulsi, 10,000 births of your sins are cut away. By the touch of the tulsi, 10,000 births of your sins are cut away. Those who will plant a tulsi tree on the day of Ekadasi, and you attend to it, and as that tree is coming up and bringing the fragrance of the flowers and the tulsi leaves all the time, because you are attending to it, so too your devotion are going to increase and multiply thousands of folds, and it will give you the blessings of the wish-yielding tree, the kalp vriksha tree, where all your wishes will be granted. And when they say all the wishes would be granted, it will mean that you wouldn't have no bad kind of wishes. You wouldn't be a character who will wish somebody bad, because you are purifying yourself. Why? Because the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, verses 14, 15, 16, 17, these verses, the austerity of the mind, the austerity of your words, the austerity of your expression, the austerity of your conduct. All these synchronized together to give you the desired results. And that is how any vrat you do Trayodasi vrat, same way you're going to lift yourself. You do Ekadasi vrat, you do Chaturdasi vrat, you do Purnima vrat, whichever fasting you're doing, these are the principles upon which it is being done. And when it is being done like that, bhaiya, you're lifting yourself with nobility and blessings and rising towards the path of blessedness. Remember, to go to God, it doesn't mean lakar pinch. Turn right and go straight, and you'll reach to God. Not no other way, but to turn right and go straight. And this is how it is telling us. The message should be like that. We should think well. We are not here to bash anybody, but to make us all aware that these are facts in our scriptures, and we must respect the facts that are there and don't bash somebody for talking the truth or for practicing the truth. When somebody practices the truth, don't try to humiliate them. It is a wrong thing to do. So think well before we do that. I was told in a funeral recently, we don't burn flowers. I read for you in Ganesh Puran how much different type of flowers you burn. When I'm reading for you on Devi Puja, you'll see in the Devi Puran, when one night only it has, but in that one night I have the information of such. Lotus flower burning, you gain kingdom and reigning power. Perfume flower by giving, you gain riches and wealth. The different type of leaves by burning, you get vigor and strength in your body. By giving the dark, you know what is dark? Dried fruits like currants and raisin. Khand, loaf sugar. Jaggery, that is another kind of sugar. Misri, that is another kind of sugar. By giving these things, you have different type of benefits to attain. By giving the 3 kinds of tilli in the havan, you have different things to attain. By giving the coconut fruit in the havan, you have different type of blessings to attain. So if the books are telling us this, would we say don't burn flower? Is it right to say that? It looks like these people who make noise like that, they never even watch an Indian movie. Because if you watch an Indian movie and there is a cremation in it, you'll see all the flowers on the body and it is packed on the pyre and they are doing the cremation. So you should go and tell them not to put that on the movie because they treat your people bad. Right? But you have the courage to do so, you'll come to tell me that. So you see, one, we have to read. We have to understand. And we have to know what we're practicing and what we're trying to tell other people. Respect yourself first before you go to condemn others. And think well before you say these things. Because if I tell a Pundit, you're doing something like this, and I have no ethics, it means to say, I am not functioning in my role. Anybody who does that does not qualify for that post. You have to know what you are, who you are, what you stand for. And I stand for the truth about what I read, and that is my goal. That it is there, that is the rule, and it is supposed to be followed. Who don't want to follow, well, go low. I will go straight. My goal is I have come for a purpose, and I will fulfill that purpose. And those who don't want, Tita. So now, these are the questions you asked me. I take up all the time to answer this. But these are the, if you did ask me these questions before, I wouldn't have taken so much time tonight. So now it's 8:15. So there's one important thing to know, and that is how we should do Tarpan. Because I've been telling you about the Ruchi Stot. I can't do that because it will take some time to do 62 verses. And if I tell you this, if I do chant it, I can't tell you the meaning. So you wouldn't even know what I say. So it wouldn't make sense. But there's the Tarpan that is to be done. And when we have to do Tarpan, the first thing that we have to have is the water or milk and water. And then you will have also tulsi and the sesame seed. Some people say you have to put a plant a kush grass. That may be so if it is your custom. But when you go and stand up any Ganges and you're doing Tarpan, I wonder if you could plant that kush grass there here. I leave you to wonder about that. So, you can take a bowl, and it should not be stainless steel, because iron is prohibited in this ceremony. It should be either bronze or brass vessel. If not, at the time they didn't condemn plastic. So, you could perhaps use that. But the best is the bronze vessel or the tarya. The tarya, not the silver one that make with stainless steel also. It is either the brass or the bronze. These are the two highly recommended, or copper. That is the next one. That is. So first of all, you have to take the kush grass, and you will churn. Om Kurukshetra Gaya Ganga Prabhasha Pushkarani cha Tirthan Yetani Punyani Tarpan Kale Bhavantiha. For the purpose of my Tarpan that I would like to do, I'm inviting all the pilgrimages to come into this water. Then you will stand facing the eastern side. Now, last day I was explaining, from the tip of the hand, it goes for the devatas. From the side of your hand, it goes for the rishis. From the index finger and the thumb, it goes for the ancestors. So now, you are going to put your hands together. You have the grass between your thumbs. If you cannot make rings, you'll hold the grass between your thumbs, and you take water and you offer. Om Brahma Tripyatam, Om Vishnu Tripyatam, Om Rudra Tripyatam, Om Prajapati Tripyatam. Then Om Deva Yaksha Tatha Naga Gandharva Apsaraso Krurasarpascha Suparnascha Tarabega Bhagagaga Vidyadhara Jaladhara Tathay Akash Gamina Niraharaschaye Jiva Papi Dharmerakaschaye Tesham Apyayanaya Tat Dhyate Sabilam Maya. And you make that offering to the eastern side for Brahma, Vishnu and the Devatas. Then you face northern side. And if you're Brahmin and you're wearing janev, you're supposed to turn the janev. Now, when you turn to this side, you have to have it in the center. So you have to move the janev to different position. If you're not, and you should put a cloth on your shoulder. Like how you have the shawl, hang it on the shoulder, on the right shoulder. And you will make the offering. So now, you're making that offering to the great ancient rishis. Om Sanakascha, Sanandascha, Titiyascha, Sanatana, Kapila, Asurishaiva, Bodhu, Panchashikastata, Sarve te tiptim mayantu madhyante nanguna sada. Offerings like that is made. More than one is being done, twice. And now we turn to the eastern side and you give in for the rishis. So now, Om Marichi Sipitam, Om Atri Sipitam, like that. You're opening the hand and letting the water fall. Om Marichi Sipitam, Atri Sipitam, Vashishta Sipitam, Kratu Sipitam, Pulah Sipitam, Pracheta Sipitam, Om Vashishta Sipitam, Bhrigu Sipitam, Narada Sipitam, Deva Sipitam, Brahma Rishi Sipitam. Then you face south and you're making offering for the Pitri Devata. Om Agnishvata Pitra Sipitam Etat Satilodakam Tebhya Swadha. Om Saumya Pitra Sipitam Etat Satilodakam Tebhya Swadha. Om Ushnapa Pitra Sipitam Etat Satilodakam Tebhya Swadha. Om Saukalina Pitara Sipitam Etat Satilodakam Tebhya Swadha. Om Barhishada Pitara Sipitam Etat Satilodakam Tebhya Swadha. Om Ajapa Pitara Sipitam Etat Satilodakam Tebhya Swadha. Then to Raja Yam and the family of Yam. Om Yamaya Dharmarajaya Mrityave Chantakaya Cha Vaivasvataya Kalaya Sarvabhutakshaya Cha Audambaraya Dadnaya Nilaya Parmeshte Brikodaraya Chittaya Chittaguptravaya Namaha. Like this you do. And you offer to Raja Yam and the family of Yam. Now you are facing south. Put your hands together. You have only done for the devatas and the rishis so far. Now you call in on your ancestors. Om, you are calling them, Agachantu me pitra imang grinhan stapunjalim. You chant that mantra a few times to invite them, and you picture them in front of you, and you bow your head. You salute them. After you have done that, next you are going to do, if your father has died, you are going to make offerings for your father. Pita pitri tipitam etat satiludakam tasmai swadha. If your mother has died, Om mata pitri tipitam etat satiludakam tasmai swadha. If brother has died, Bhrata Pitti Tipitam, and you take his name because you could have more than one brothers. Mother is only one and father is only one. You don't have two mothers and two fathers. So except if it's a stepmother or stepfather, so then you'll say the word for that and then say for offering for the name. For brother or sister, you may make the offering accordingly. Bahan Pitri Tipitam Etat Satilodakam Tasmai Swadha. And if now, that is for one of them. There is only father, mother, and brother, sister. What about Aja? Pitamaha Pitri Tipitam Etat Satilodakam Tasmai Swadha. Aji. Pitamahi Pitri Tipitam Etat Satilodakam Tasmai Swadha. Great Aja. Prapitamaha Pitri Tipitam Etat Satilodakam Tasmai Swadha. Great Aji. Prapitamahi Pitri Tipitam Etat Satilodakam Tasmai Swadha. So one is Pitamaha, one is Prapitamaha. The next one is Vriddha Prapitamaha Pitti Tipitam Etat Satilodakam Tasmai Swadha. Vriddha Prapitamahi Pitti Tipitam Etat Satilodakam Tasmai Swadha. And then there are some people now in the family. They are not blood related, but they're more related than family itself, you know. You ever see, you have some people who are your father's friend or your mother's friend, and they are more family to you than your own blood-related ones. It has happened like that. That's how life is. So we cannot forget them because they help us to be who we are. And everything that contributes to be who we are, we have to respect that. Everyone who contributes to be who we are, we have to respect them. And so, we have to give honor to them because that is the root on which we stand. Otherwise, we'll fall. So, You give to mother, father. Pita samaskul pitri tipitam etat satiludakam tasmai swadha. Matri samaskul pitri. Samas means all, everybody. So samaskul pitri tipitam etat satiludakam tasmai swadha. Then you have Pita mitra bandhu pitri tipitam etat satiludakam tasmai swadha. Matri mitra bandhu pitri tipitam etat satiludakam tasmai swadha. Then that is now taking care of those who are mother and father side family. Everybody you have given. But remember, Nani, Nana, great Nani, great Nana. So how you say for father? Pita, Pitamaha. It would be Mata, Matamaha. So Matamaha Pitri Tipitam, that is Nana. Matamahi, feminine gender, it will be Nani. Pramatamaha, when the prefix comes, Pramatamaha, grandfather, that will be great-grandfather. Pramatamahi, Briddha Pramatamaha, Briddha Pramatamahi. And the same way you give the offerings. And all should be given from the right hand thumb. Once you are doing for your ancestors, it is from this portion. It's called the Pitri Tit. Then, what about the person who, when we breathed first, and save our mother and save us? We ever think about that? The granny or the midwife who cut the navel string before we were separated from Ma? In a wedding, you know who, when the drum play, who gets the first gift? That lady gets the first gift. When you build in a house, you know who gets the first gift? The builder. He put us in the house. He prepared the house for us. We cannot forget them. When you sleep in the night, how much policemen sacrifice their life and they die? The soldiers looking after the country, they're watching all the fort to make sure everything is okay, so you could rest good. Are we remembering them? When you leave Bharatvarsh, India, and come this side, how much family you leave out, bhaiya? You remember? You can't remember. But they are still related to you. They're Dada, Kaki, Nana, Mausi, something they are. We cannot forget them. So we have mantras for those things too. And it is included. Sanatan Dharma doesn't leave out anybody, bhaiya. It includes, it's a fate of inclusion, not dissection. So, Om Narakeshu Samasteshu Yatanasu Chayestita Tesham Apyaya Naya Tadhyate Salilam Maya Om Ye Bandhava Bandhava Va Yenma Janmani Bandhava Te Tiptyang Akhilanyantu Ye Chasmakang Kankshinaha A Brahman Paryantam Jagat Stipyatu Om A Brahman Bhuvanan Loka Dev Rishi Muninan Tipyantu Pitara Sarve Matri Mata Mahadaya Atil Kul Kotinam Sapta Dvipa Nivasinam Maya Dattena Tulena Tipyantu Bhuvanatrayam. Then Bhisham Pitamaha and the great souls who taught us all the beautiful things in life, lived to principles of truth, who are the sons of truth. We have to honor them too. Om Bhishma Shantano Veera Satyavadi Jitendriya Abhirari Vapnoti Putta Pauta Chitam Sriyam Bhayagrapad Gotraya Sankriti Vavaraja Aputtaya Dadhamneta Salilam Bhishma Karmane. Like that. You do honor to them. Then, some people died by fire, some by water drowning, some by accident. Agni dagadascha ye jiva yepya dagada kule mama. Whether you related to me or not. Kule mama agni dagadascha ye jiva. Agni dagadascha ye jiva. Kule mama. Like that. And you are saying the mantra and you are making offerings for them too. And then From the beginning of time until now, wherever there are any suffering souls, you are making offerings for those souls too. Om Abrahman Paryantam Jagat Stipyatu. Abrahman, from the beginning of time, Paryantam Jagat Stipyatu, until now, wherever there is any suffering soul. Today I am making prayer for my departed ones. I want that anyone who should pass by, have something, go, bless the family. And then you have people who have nobody to give them anything, not even a fly, not even a friend, no brother, nobody. So, when you come out from the Ganga water, all clothes wet, you hold it and wring it. That water that falls on the ground, that goes for people who have nobody to give them anything. That's why when you go to do a cremation, I tell you, you have to come home and soak your clothes and everything wet, soaked, it must be dripping. And then when you finish do the tarpan, you have to wring the garment. And that water that falls on the ground, it says, Ye chasmakam kule jata aputro gotrino smrita te tipyantu maya dattam bastra nishkila meshtakam. For those who have nobody, no sons, no daughters, nobody at all to give them anything, may this water quench their thirst. So this is how tarpan is done. Not the shortcut that some of us want to do, offer the water anyhow, no. That's why you have guru to teach you. Not guru who always want you to touch the foot. You need a guru, not a guru. Understand that well. It's important to understand what we have to do. If you love who you are and you love what you are, learn to cherish the things that you have and appreciate it well by you. And that will make you blossom, because when the roots are happy, you are going to blossom well. Your children will be good. Your family will be good. Your difficulties will be good, will be gone. And you will be happy in your part of life, enjoying and helping others too. Bolo Sri Krishna Chand Bhagavan ki jai. Finish the Havan. You can make them cry. They will say, Baba only making late full time. Bhajan. There was a boy who came, Shivam, is he here?
So, राधा ऐसी भई शाम की दीवानी, राधा ऐसी भई शाम की दीवानी, ओ ब्रज की कहानी हो गई। एक भोली भाली गाँव की ग्वालन, एक भोली भाली गाँव की ग्वालन, तो पंडितों की बानी हो गई। राधा ऐसी भई शाम की दीवानी, राधा ऐसी भई शाम की दीवानी, की कहानी हो गई। एक भोली भाली गाँव की ग्वालन, एक भोली भाली गाँव की ग्वालन, तो पंडितों की वाणी हो गई। बंसी में प्राण न होता। प्रेम परिभाषा जानता न कोई, कन्हैया को जोगी मानता न कोई। बिना परिणय के वो प्रेम की पुजारन, बिना परिणय के वो प्रेम की पुजारन। कान्हा की पटरानी हो गई, कान्हा की पटरानी हो गई। राधा ऐसी भई शाम की दीवानी, तो ब्रिज की कहानी हो गई। एक भोली भाली गाँव की ग्वालन, तो पंडितों की बानी हो गई। राधा की पायल ना बजती तो मोहन ऐसे निराश रचाते। राधा की पायल ना बजती तो मोहन ऐसे रास रचाते। निंदिया चुड़ाकर मधुबन बुलाकर उंगली में किसी को नचाते। क्या ऐसी खुशबू चंदन में होती, क्या ऐसी मिश्री माखन में होती। थोड़ा सा माखन खिला के वो ग्वालन, थोड़ा सा माखन खिला के वो ग्वालन। अन्नपूर्णा सीधानी हो गई, अन्नपूर्णा सीधानी हो गई। राधा ऐसी भई शाम की दीवानी, राधा ऐसी भई शाम की दीवानी। वो ब्रिज की कहानी हो गई। एक भोली भाली गाँव की ग्वालन, एक भोली भाली गाँव की ग्वालन, तो पंडितों की बानी हो गई। राधा न होती तो कुंज गली भी ऐसी निराली न होती। राधा न होती तो कुंज गली भी ऐसी निराली न होती। राधा के नैना ना रोते तो जमुना ऐसी काली न होती। सावन तो होता झूले न होती, सावन तो होता झूले न होती। राधा के संग नटवर झूले में होती। सारा जीवन लौटा के वो भिखारन, सारा जीवन लौटा के वो भिखारन। धन को की राजधानी हो गई, ओ धन को की राजधानी हो गई। राधा ऐसी भई शाम की दीवानी, राधा ऐसी भई शाम की दीवानी। तो ब्रिज की कहानी हो गई, तो ब्रिज की कहानी हो गई। एक भोली भाली गाँव की ग्वालन, एक भोली भाली गाँव की ग्वालन, तो पंडितों की बानी हो गई। हो तो पंडितों की बानी हो गई, हो तो पंडितों की बानी हो गई। गणपति आया, गणपति आया, गणपति आया, गणपति आया घर घर में, गणपति आया घर घर में, दीप जलाओ घर घर में, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया। गणपति आया, गणपति आया घर घर में, गणपति आया घर घर में, दीप जलाओ घर घर में, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया। हर फूल दुर्वा मोदक से, 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 भोग लगाओ घर घर में, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया। सुख शांति धन दौलत को, 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 भक्तों में भाता घर घर में, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया। गणपति आया हो, गणपति आया घर घर में, गणपति आया घर घर में, दीप जलाओ घर घर में, दीप जलाओ घर घर में, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया, जय गणपति बाप्पा मोरिया।
और ये प्रेम से श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। भैया आरती।
आरती कुंज बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
आरती कुंज बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
आरती कुंज विहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
गले में बैजंती माला माला,
आवे मुरली मधुर बाला बाला।
सवन में कुंडल जल काला काला।
नंद से नंद श्री आनंद कंद,
मोहन ब्रज चंद्र राधिका रमन बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती कुंज बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। गगन सम अंधकांति काली काली।
राधिका चमक रही आले आले।
रतन में थार बन मारी बन मारी।
ब्रह्म
से अलग कस्तूरी तिलक, चंद्र से झलक ललित छवि श्यामा प्यारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती कुंज बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। जहाँ से प्रकट भई गंगा गंगा।
कालुष कली हरनी श्री गंगा गंगा।
स्मरण से होत मोह भंगा भंगा।
बसे
शिव शेष जटा से भी हरे अगशीष, चरण छवि श्री बनवारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती कुंज बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
आरती
कुंज बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
जय गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
भज गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
प्रभु गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला
राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला
राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय
गोविंद राधे गोपाला
जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला जय
गोविंद राधे गोपाला
से श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। ओम शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु त्रिविध ताप निवारण विभो अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मम शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं कमललोचन राम दया निधे हर गुरु गजरक्षक गोपते शिवतनो भव शंकर पाहि मम शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु त्रिविध ताप निवारणये विभो अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मम शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं स्वजन रंजन मंगल मंदिरं भजति तं पुरुषं परमं पदं भवति तस्य सुखं परमाद्भुतं शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु त्रिविध ताप निवारणये विभो अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मम शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं जय युधिष्ठिर बल्लभ भूपते जय जयाचित पुण्य पयोनिधे जय कृपा मय कृष्ण ममस्तुते शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु त्रिविध ताप निवारणये विभो अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मम शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं भव विमोचन माधव मापते सुख विमान सहंस शिवारथि जनक जारत राघव रक्ष मम शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम् अवधि मंगल मंगल मापते जलर सुंदर राम रमापते निगम कीर्ति गुणार नव गोपते शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम् पतित पावन नाममयी लता तव यशो विमलं परिगीयते तदपि माधव मां किमुपेक्षसे शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम् अमरतापरदेवरमापते विजयतस्तव नाम घनोपमा मयि कथं करुणार्णव जायते शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु त्रिविधतापनिवारणये विभो अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम् हनुमत प्रिय चापकर प्रभु सुरशरी घृत शेखर हे गुरु मम विभो किमु विस्मरणं कृतं शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं नरहरे रतिरञ्जन सुन्दरं पतितय शिवराम कृतस्त्वं दिशति राम रमा चरणं भुजे शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु त्रिविधतापनिवारण हे विभो अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरम् देवताभ्यां पृथिव्यश्च महायोगिभ्य एव च नमः स्वाहाय स्वधाय नित्यमेव नमो नमः हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो ब्रह्मण्य देवाय गो ब्राह्मणहिताय च जगदिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे गीता गंगा च गायत्री सीता सत्य सरस्वती ब्रह्म विद्या ब्रह्मावली संध्या मुक्ति हरियो हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे ओम त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति ॐ शान्ति बोलो श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। सनातन धर्म की जय। सर्व पितृगण की जय। सबको सीताराम भैया।
Rites after someone passes. Thank you, Panditji. We shall say special thank you to Pandit Neil, who officiated at the Bedi, and for the past 3 nights, he was doing human service at the Bedi. Right? He instead of now did his work. He was, doing the job of the now and the Pundit. Thank you, Panditji. I hope that you all were enlightened and you enjoyed the 3 nights of satsang, and this will continue, according to says, this will continue, right, next year or whenever. But coming up, we have Navaratri, right? So, how much nights, Pandit? 3 nights of Navaratri Puja and satsang. And we are inviting you all to come and enjoy these 3 nights. That'll be on the 9th, 10th, and 11th of October. Let me remind you here by the President. Thank you, President Ji. Right, so once again, we say thank you for your attendance, and I would like to wish you all a safe journey home. Meals are prepared for everyone, so please partake of meals before leaving for your respective homes. Thank you again, and God bless.
Master Eric has asked me to say sorry on his behalf because he had a long journey and he could not make it. Even Shivam, who is one of his students, he came, but he said, Baba, plenty traffic, and I don't think Master Eric could make it either. So he was a little late, but nevertheless, we are glad to have him here. So thank you again, everybody, and God blessings to you.
होप ताकुर जले बिराजे हो भैया ताकुर जले बिराजे हो जगन्नाथपुरी बेताकुर जले बिराजे हो बताकुर जले बिराजे हो बेताकुर जले बिराजे हो जगन्नाथपुरी बेताकुर जले बिराजे ताकुर जल बिराजी हो भैया ठाकुर जले बिराजे, हो जगन्नाथपुरी में ठाकुर जले बिराजे। काहे चोली मथुरा नगरी, काहे चोली काशी, काहे चोरी मथुरा नगरी, अब काहे चोरी काशी, काहे चोरी काशी। अब वृंदावन में जाए बिराज, वृंदावन में जाए बिराज, वृंदावन के पास हो जगन्नाथपुरी में ठाकुर जले बिराज। सचुग चोरी मथुरा नगरी, द्वापर चोरी काशी। सचुग चोरी मथुरा नगरी, द्वापर चोरी काशी, द्वापर चोरी काशी। अब झारखंड में जाए बिराज, झारखंड में जाए बिराज, वृंदावन के पास हो जगन्नाथपुरी में ठाकुर जले बिराजे। हो अब ठाकुर जले बिराजे, हो भैया ठाकुर जले बिराजे, हो जगन्नाथपुरी में ठाकुर जले बिराजे, हो जगन्नाथपुरी में ठाकुर जले बिराजे, हो जगन्नाथपुरी में ठाकुर जले बिराजे।
Sound. Sound. We back up. दुख हो या सुख, जब सदा संग रहे ना कोई, फिर दुख को अपनाइए, तो जाए तो दुख ना होए। राही मनवा दुख की चिंता क्यों सताती है, दुख तो अपना साथी है, दुख तो अपना साथी है। राही मनवा दुख की चिंता क्यों सताती है, दुख तो अपना साथी है, दुख तो अपना साथी है। सुख है एक छाँव ढलती आती है जाती है, दुख तो अपना साथी है। राही मनवा दुख की चिंता क्यों सताती है, दुख तो अपना साथी है। दूर मंजिल दूर से
सही, दूर है मंजिल दूर सही, प्यार हमारा क्या कम है, पक में कांटे लाख सही, पर ये सहारा क्या कम है, हम राहे तेरे साथ अपना तो है, हम राहे तेरे कोई अपना तो है। ओ हो दुख है अकल में ढलती, आती है जाती है, दुख तो अपना साथी है, दुख तो अपना साथी है। राही मनवा दुख की चिंता क्यों सताती है, दुख तो अपना साथी है। दुख हो कोई तब जलते हैं, पथ के दीपक निगाहों में, इतनी बड़ी इस दुनिया की, लंबी अकेले राहों में, हम राह तेरे कोई अपना तो है, हम राह तेरे कोई अपना तो है। ओ हो सुख है एक छाँव ढलती, आती है जाती है, दुख तो अपना साथी है, दुख तो अपना साथी है। राही मनवा दुख की चिंता क्यों सताती है, दुख तो अपना साथी है, दुख तो अपना साथी है। राही मनवा दुख की चिंता क्यों सताती है, दुख तो अपना साथी 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 है।